Turns out there are a lot of animals that are commonly confused with one another. So I'm back again to see how many differences between these animals that you can spot. If you didn't watch my last video talking about the differences between certain animals, I have linked it in the description below. Alrighty, just like last time, give yourself 1 point for every difference that you can find before I mention any of the differences myself. And let me know how many points you received in the comments below. If you can't spot any differences, that's okay. At least now you know the difference between these animals. Oh, and give yourself additional points for the differences you can't see with your vision. Alrighty, before we get started, don't forget to like this video and click that subscribe button to follow along. Now, let's see how many differences you can spot. First up, the grizzly and the black bear. 10 seconds, go. Knowing whether or not you're looking at a black bear or a grizzly bear can be tough, since black bears aren't always black and grizzly bears aren't always brown. Both species can range in multiple shades of brown and black. If you're close enough, which I don't suggest, you can tell the difference between the two by taking a look at their claws or facial features. Black bears have shorter claws that aren't much longer than an inch. Grizzly bears have longer claws, ranging anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. If you take a closer look at their nose, you'll also notice that a black bear's nose has a steady slope up to its head, while a grizzly bear's has a rather large indent from its snout to its forehead. Their ears are also more rounded, while black bear's ears have more of a point. If you aren't close enough to see these features, you can also tell the differences between these two species by looking for a rump or a hump. A grizzly bear has a raised hump in between its shoulder blades, and a black bear's back is higher than its front end. So black bear equals raised rump, grizzly bear equals raised hump. Alrighty, up next are the rabbit and the hare. 10 seconds on the clock. Time's up! Hares and rabbits seem to be one of the most confused animals out there. If they aren't sitting side by side, it's difficult to tell the difference. But there are always ways, one being their size. Hares are larger than rabbits and have longer ears and longer legs. While firstborn, rabbits don't have hair and are blind, requiring assistance from their mothers to survive. Hares are born with hair, their eyes open, and they're able to hop within an hour of being born, requiring their mother less. Hares live in habitats that are more open, which is likely why they have those long legs to hop much quicker than a rabbit. They make their homes in hollow logs or simple nests. Rabbits live in more complex burrows, almost 10 feet deep in the ground and 100 feet long. They prefer to eat things like grass, vegetables, and leafy tops from carrots, while hares prefer plant shoots, bark, and twigs. Another key difference between the two is the way they molt. While both species can change colors, a hare's color change tends to be more dramatic, some species changing from brown to white. A rabbit's color change is much more subtle. They're also more social than hares. Alrighty, so this time we're going to be spotting the difference between a seal and a sea lion. Time starts now. The easiest way to know whether you're looking at a seal or a sea lion is by taking a look at their ears. Sea lions have ears that protrude from their heads. Seals have internal ears that appear like holes in their head. Sea lions have much longer flippers, giving them the ability to rotate their flippers underneath their body to be able to walk around on land. Seals are not able to do this. They have to wobble around by scooting on their belly on land. Seals also tend to be quite a bit smaller and quieter than sea lions, which are very social and vocal. Now we have the moth versus the butterfly. Start spotting now. If the moth or butterfly happens to be in a resting position rather than flying, the easiest way to tell the difference is by looking at the position of their wings. A moth will rest their wings open, while a butterfly tends to rest their wings closed, unless they're sun-soaking. Another great way to know which one you're looking at is what time of the day it is, since you'll most likely see a moth at night and a butterfly during the daytime. Moths also keep their wings together while flying. Butterflies do not. Moths tend to be a bit chunkier, furry, and dull in color, while butterflies are thinner with brighter colors. And last but not least, the alligator versus the crocodile. Crocodiles have more pointed snouts, while alligators have more U-shaped snouts. You can see both the upper and lower teeth on a crocodile, but only the upper teeth on an alligator. Crocodiles are also quite a bit larger than alligators and have a more symmetrical scale pattern rather than an unsymmetrical like the alligators. And finally, if you're looking at the creature in salt water, it's likely a crocodile, since they can live in this water. So, do you know any other animals that are commonly confused? Let me know in the comments below.